guys, so I just wanted to sit down and make this video, just like a 5-minute or so update on my life here, especially in regards to coronavirus, because that has been a really prevalent topic recently as someone who's living abroad and is an exchange student. And so I know in the title it says leaving Germany early because of coronavirus, so I just want to talk about that. Basically, my program, if you haven't watched some of my other videos on my exchange program, it is sponsored by the US State Department along with the German Bundestag. And because of that, they have responsibility for all of us participants, and clearly they want to do what is best for our safety and our security. So it was a big topic of discussion whether we were going to be pulled from our program early or what was going to happen. And our most recent update has been that as of now, our program will not be canceled early, but we as participants all have the option to go home and to leave program early but still receive the certificate of completion and all of that, because they basically want to leave it up to us as participants and participants' parents whether or not they want their children to go back to the United States. At first, I don't know, when I heard that, it is definitely really stressful for exchange students to be having to think about this and consider the consequences of coronavirus on their daily life. It's important for us, at least because we know that there's coronavirus in the US, but it's still a matter of safety and security. And it was really hard for me to understand why someone would want to leave Germany early to go back to the US, but talking with other people in my program, it's become super obvious to me that coronavirus is affecting people in different ways than you'd think. For example, some people have medical issues, and if they were to, some exchange students do, and if they were to have coronavirus here abroad, it could cause a lot of problems and lead to them having to be hospitalized. And despite people saying that young people like our age aren't so heavily affected by the virus. So that is one thing to consider. Another thing to consider is that plenty of people have loved ones who are older who might not be so resistant to the virus, and if they were to attract the virus, it could lead to death or to more severe symptoms. And so that's another thing to consider. I know some people are saying, oh, you're overreacting too much, or people aren't reacting enough, but I think it's just important that you understand this is a stressful topic for some people, and it's not so easy to say, oh, it doesn't matter. I don't know why people are stressing so much, because not everyone's circumstances are the same as yours. In regards to my program and my own decisions, I will be staying in Germany. I don't want to leave anytime soon. The Bundestag and State Department will have to reconsider the option to pulling us if travel bans are placed on Germany. For example, if the US says that people aren't allowed to travel to Germany anymore because of coronavirus, then there's a likelihood that we will be forced to go back to the United States. But hopefully that's not going to happen in the future. I'd like to stay out my time in Germany as long as I can until June. And I think it'd be super unfortunate to have to go home early. And the other thing that coronavirus influences is whether or not we go to school. I know recently a few fellow exchange students, their schools have been shut down for the next 2 weeks, or they've been placed under quarantine due to coronavirus. And that's another thing to consider, because we are here to go to school and to learn German, and when someone just has to sit in their house for 14 days straight or for so long, then they are also considering going back to the United States. And I don't know, it's just been very, very stressful recently. Everyone's talking about it and considering going home or whatnot. But I basically just wanted to give you guys this update because it's something very prevalent in my life right now, and it's something I'd like to share and talk about and just be completely honest with. And so yeah, that's how coronavirus is really impacting my exchange. I think it's really unfortunate that it has to have such an impact on our exchange, but in the long run, I think just going through this with a positive outlook, trying not to stress too much, and just looking for the things that we can do to stay healthy and to not panic is really the only solution. So thank you for listening to that. If you have any comments about coronavirus, maybe how it's impacting you, or what your thoughts, how your feelings are in regards to this topic, please feel free to leave them down below, and I look forward to reading them all. So thank you so much. Have a good day. Tschüss.